It's been another great week.
Yeah, man. Don't hold the microphone. Don't hold the microphone stand. Just
It's like a habit, right? I'm an addict.
Don't get addicted, please.
Let me put my hands.
No. You can put your hands in your pocket. Naro, how are you doing?
You come like a teacher and a student, right? Yeah, man is blessed. Give thanks for life and strength. Most importantly.
Definitely, my brother.
Basic ingredients of life.
Definitely.
Any other things should be added to it.
Yes, I.
Always be able to walk and breathe and it's a treasure you can have. Give thanks here.
I say people step out of their door and they don't return again. You understand me? The risk we take. You understand me?
And these are the things we take for granted.
You understand me?
Yeah, but you can't blame humanity because I think life naturally makes you greedy. The more you have, the more you want more. So you have a tough skin to be content with life and where you are in every moment in your life. Yeah, so
definitely.
Yes. So this week, the first story, we are actually going to look like the first artist and only artist actually to be classified as someone like a comedian, artist, lyricist at the same time. And this man he's very controversial as well.
An artist who happens to be a comic artist.
Yes, people refer to him as
lyricist. Controversial.
Like
all in one.
Lash up the malice and stuff. Let's let the man just introduce himself here. Michael.
All right.
Yeah, let him do the self-introduction. He's a man, the baddest Eek-A-Mouse.
Okay, so he's been described as a comic artist.
Yes. And
a controversial artist.
Not gonna lie you.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
And also a lyricist.
Yeah. The reggae dancehall sector, yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And what is actually interesting about is his name.
Mm-hmm.
The name Eek-A-Mouse.
Eek-A-Mouse
was the name of a horse that he used to bet on.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Even though he kept losing the bet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he still kept betting on the same bet, right?
Yeah.
Then later, when he burst into the music, he decided to maintain the name Eek-A-Mouse. So he actually took the name from a horse that used to bet for the horse race, right? And the most important thing is that when he started actually DJing and stuff, like going to sound systems and producing stuff, they turn him away. So whenever he appeared on a sound system and they give him a mic, then they'll come and take the mic from him until the crowd start cheering him on. So even though the producers and selectors didn't like him, but the audience
began to fell for him.
Yeah, like that. So like he paved the way for his own unique style. And I mean he's still touring. He's all over the place with his music. And imagine just you like having a fowl at home, then you feed the fowl later, then you decided to use the fowl name as your stage name. Right. So in terms of that, everybody, I mean, like something might work for you, but it might not work for the second, for the next person.
Of course.
Yeah, so that's his story. And also, he's actually one of the first artists to start touring. Yes, internationally. While his peers were holding out in Jamaica, he was all over the place. He visited Africa a couple of times. He's not been to Ghana yet, though.
No, he's been to Ghana.
He's been to Ghana.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Not for show, but he was in Ghana. Roam about the place. Visited 1 and 2 studios and all that kind of thing. Did some couple of interviews.
The year?
I think, I was on the other station. By then, and then I wanted to interview him. You understand me? And actually, they requested for certain things, and I'm like, I don't need Eek-A-Mouse. You understand? I told that Nigerian man, Abi. You understand me? He was road managing, Eek-A-Mouse. You understand me? And Abi was demanding certain things for me to be given to him before he bring him to the station, like palm wine and and saying things. And I told him that no, sir, me not depend that.
Was he coming to Paul Abeshi studios?
I just don't know. And I told him no, sir, me not depend that. You understand me? So the interview with Eek-A-Mouse didn't happen, and he had to leave Ghana.
But is he among your top 10 artists?
Eek-A-Mouse.
Yeah.
Wow. My top 10. It will be hard.
For me, definitely he is.
Yeah. It will be hard, based on how I see things, you understand me? And Eek-A-Mouse is more of, an artist, I just don't know, but sometimes I don't like his posture. Oh, yeah. Like putting on lipstick and all that kind of thing, wearing women clothes and all that kind of, joke. You understand me? He plays too much. You understand me? And me, I feel like as a lyricist and as a conscious artist, you don't have to indulge in.
Also, he's not your top 10, not just because of his music, but because of his lifestyle.
You
don't want to separate the two.
Before I put an artist in my top 10, you must possess some qualities.
Yeah.
You understand me? Remember, people are looking up to you.
Most definitely.
You understand me?
Yeah.
That is why if our artists over here, if they are messing around and I pick the phone, when I call them and they don't pick, I send them voice note. You understand me? Yeah. And it's a harsh one. That, yo, brethren, stop fooling. We have a lot of people who are looking up to you. Why are you doing this? You understand me? So before you put an artist on your top 10, the artist must possess certain qualities. You understand me? Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. So
you don't want to separate the man from his works.
No, you understand me? Eek-A-Mouse is Eek-A-Mouse. So
the Mali youth are stopping to do reggae.
And seriously, he kept saying things like Bob Marley used to put coke in his chalice and a whole lot of things, and I'm like
the controversial aspect of it. But you don't have to lie about a man to be prominent here, though, of course.
You understand me? Yeah. Bob is dead and gone. Let the man rest in peace. You understand me? Every day the same thing. When he came to Ghana, he went on few platforms and people were really interested in that aspect. That this person was no.
He's a man that thrives on controversy.
No. Me not depend that.
Yeah.
You understand me? Yeah, man.
All right. Give thanks here. So that's the story of Eek-A-Mouse.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the next story, I'm gonna reframe this question I just asked you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who's your your go-to African artist, dead or alive, if you have to pick one? Reggae artist.
Go to African artist.
Yeah, reggae artist, dead or alive.
Dead or alive.
Yeah.
Wow, a lot.
No, just one. You need to choose one. Like if you go to
Just one.
Yes.
I'll go with Lucky Dube.
Why?
Yeah, man. Because looking at him.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky Dube, the personality, what he stands for, you understand me? At a point in time, he went to Australia, to go and perform. And prisoners, there was a prison break.
Mm-hmm.
All the prisoners, they broke out, just because of Lucky, went to the show. You understand me? So he said in the middle of the show, he realized that the police were arresting people and all that kind of thing. And he realized that this prisoners had, broken from what?
Yeah.
Prison. So he held the microphone and begged the police people to let them enjoy the show. Then after the show, they can take them back. And the police people understood what he was saying. They left the prisoners for him to perform. And after the performance, they took them away.
So you're looking at impact here.
You understand me? His impact,
yeah.
His influence, you understand me? And even Lucky is no more there, but he is classified as the king of African reggae music.
Yeah, definitely.
You understand me? So I will go for Lucky.
Okay. I mean, yesterday on this show you said that when we're actually profiling the art house, you said enough artists haven't been given the space or their flowers.
Of course.
Yeah. To me, my go-to artist, to be honest, is gonna be Meta and the Cornerstones from Senegal.
Meta and the Cornerstones
reality.
From Senegal.
yes. Reality.
But
yeah. Michael, let's have an image of Meta. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Easy.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the Meta and the Cornerstone
from Senegal.
From Senegal.
Lagazee. Listen to the sound quality. Production.
Yeah.
Right.
You see, I will not argue.
Let's have his image here.
Yeah. I will not argue with you on this.
Yeah. Production
quality and all that. Meta and I have few albums, from Meta and the Cornerstone, and especially when they met Stonebwoy in Europe, at a point in time, and I think there was a talk about a collaboration with them and Stonebwoy. I think I've sent an email to that effect, raising their eyebrow that, listen, let's start doing something in Ghana. I'm yet to hear from them though. But, when you check on the African reggae scene, even though they have quality materials and all that, they are not really popular in Africa.
Yeah, so we are sleeping on them.
We are not really sleeping on them.
Why not?
Imagine I have sent an email for almost 3 to 4 months now and no response. You understand me? Imagine I have sent an email to them for almost 3 to 4 months now. No response. I have sent a message on Instagram, on Facebook and all that. No response. You understand me? So you can't really blame us, the selectors, for not reaching out. You understand me? The albums, I had from Meta and the Cornerstones, they were way back, albums.
Yeah, their first album was actually 2013 at the Top Gun studio.
Yeah, man. You understand me?
And the news is that the exclusive aspect of their news is that they are the first African reggae artist to be signed to VP Records. Yes. They are the first, and they are all over the place. They are touring. But it's more like a good man is never honoring its own country, isn't it? Because
Junior Maestro says, I can set up the link with Meta. Meta is bigger in Europe. Check out their shows on YouTube. No, Junior Maestro, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
What I did say, they are big in Europe, right?
Yeah.
But when you come to Africa, tell me, Naro, let's be honest.
Yeah.
When was the last time you ever heard Meta and the Cornerstones being played on the radio?
I discovered on my own without. I've never heard that tune on the radio.
Right. This is what I'm talking about.
But also, look at it this way, right? Don't you think it's time for selectors to be innovative and creative to actually go for what is not known to their listeners?
This is what I've been talking about.
Yeah,
you understand me?
Yeah.
People pay attention to the one-way side of playing, song. You understand me? It's like when you come on the radio, by force you have to play culture, you have to play Lucky Dube, you have to play Bob Marley, you have to play Burning Spear, you understand me? You have to play back a dead man artists and all that kind of thing. And the living ones are still there hustling. You understand me? But you see, when you come to Asaase Radio, we decide to spread our tentacles across. You understand me? And play songs across board. You understand me? This is what I'm talking about. That is why when you listen to this show, you hear some music where you say, boy, oh really? Oh, so this artist exists. Oh, so this song exists. Oh, so this artist played this particular. This is what we've been doing over here. But it's like Ghana is not really paying attention. Yeah. I want Ghana to pay attention. Not to the rubbish out there. No. You understand me?
Yeah, we have a lot of artists, right? And when I listen to, it's like listening to Bob, the sound quality, the one-drop rhythm, right? And actually blend their music with the cultural,
of course,
African rhythms and all of that. So if you're a listener, Settingz, of course, definitely check them out. Like seriously, to me, yeah, like the number one African artist, to be a reggae artist. Like
I quite remember. I just remembered. I quite remember. few months back, Junior Maestro was pressuring me. Lagazee, you have to get Meta and the Cornerstones. And it was even based on that I decided to reach out to them. On this particular platform, a lot of people request, Lagazee, would like to hear this artist. So we have to work towards getting the artist for interview over here, because we are here to for the service of the people.
Sure, definitely.
You understand me? So when a man requests that, okay, we want to see this, we have to try and make it happen. Sometimes it doesn't happen, in months, or in a year. Sometimes years later.
Definitely.
You understand me?
Then it's very difficult to get through them here. So
you see, so if Meta and the Cornerstones are big in Europe and in Africa, it look like we don't recognize them. Listen, I have reached out to them. You understand me? And I'm waiting for the response. And Regine, it's like budding like that.
And in Ivory Coast, we have Alpha Blonde and Jaffa Koli. Ishmael Isaacs too. Right. Nigeria, which are Raskimono. South Africa, we have Lucky and
Senzo.
Senegal, Martin the Cornerstone. I mean, what do you have in Ghana?
In Ghana, we have Black Rasta, we have Rocky Dawuni, we have Asaase. We have.
Now, in terms of a frontliner, you understand? All these countries I've mentioned, they have other reggae artists too. I'm talking about a frontliner, somebody that's global, like that is pushing the reggae music out there. Because there's a word in the street that Rocky would have been bigger if he didn't switch to doing Afro roots, which is more like. It's not really reggae anymore. And if you look at his the previous album he has actually released ever since he switched into Afro roots, the biggest song on each album he has released so far is always the reggae song on the album. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
So will you classify or consider Rocky today as a reggae artist?
Yeah. Well, he said we must fuse the African rhythms into the reggae that we are doing, and that makes it Afro root because it's of African origin. You understand me? So, why not? Rocky is a reggae artist. You understand me? But just that he said, when we go out there, our reggae had to be recognized as Afro roots music. You understand me? And that was when Black Rasta also stepped in and said, our reggae should be called Kuchoko.
Yeah, but he was our biggest export after the Root and Abo them. You understand? So when everybody was looking up to in terms of...
but in terms of, biggest export and all that, those days, General Marcus was at the forefront also. He recorded in Jamaica, played some shows and all that kind of thing.
I understand, but it's arguable, right? He didn't get to a level that Rocky got to.
Yeah, of course. And then at the point in time, Samini was also there. You understand me? And then Osagyefo also went.
Of course,
you understand me?
Consistency.
Osagyefo right? Also went. Black Prophet also.
Yeah, I'm talking about that's the consistency is still not there. Right? I mean, we mentioned what's it called? Ivory Coast. There are a couple of artists like Ishmael Isaacs, right? But when you mention Ivory Coast, what do you call? Alpha Blonde.
Yeah.
Jaffa Koli, right?
Taking Jaffa Koli.
Festivals in Europe.
Yeah.
I'm yet to see Rocky playing one of the biggest reggae festivals, the known ones.
But
I said the known ones.
No, listen. Rocky has been playing a lot of festivals.
The known one, the reggae festivals, Summer Jam, Sunfest, Rataton.
Open known ones.
Yeah, I mean they're the biggest reggae platforms across the world. You understand? So, yeah, they Catch a Fire festivals and all of that. So
recently he performed in
Jamrock Cruise,
Brazil.
Yeah,
and I think Rocky is closer to the Malis. So Jamrock Cruise and all that he should be on.
Yeah.
You understand me? But we're talking about Meta and the Cornerstones
from Senegal. So check them out. I mean, to me, they are among my top 5 African reggae artists here of all time. So look at the sound quality, production wise. Yeah. Just like compare him to a man like what's this recent Bridging? The one he came to our studio some time ago. Bob Karma.
Oh, yeah.
What's his name?
Bob Karma, yeah.
Kwame
Bediako.
Yeah. Because like the sound production is wicked.
Yeah.
So this is what we have for Reggae Exclusive.
Right.
So we present
Meta and the Cornerstones.
Senegal to our listeners here. Check them up. Yeah, and come back next week and tell us what you think about him.
All right. So in no time we'll be crossing over to UK to reason with the great Fire Maui. But in the meantime, let's step into the Echo Chamber news.
Easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, dancehall artist formerly known as Ugly Man, later on Ninja Man. His real name is Mr. Desmond Valentine. He has been incarcerated, you understand me? 35 to life, you know what I mean? Still in JP, you understand me? And Ninja Man has written a letter to the Prime Minister, you understand me? And seriously, Mr. Desmond Valentine is one of the toughest and the sharpest lyricists, in our reggae dancer space. Listen to me. When it comes to spontaneous lyrics, when it comes to clash lyrics, listen, Ninja Man is the man. You understand me? His last interview he did before he was incarcerated was with me, on the other network. You understand me? Before he was incarcerated. You understand me? But the lovely thing about the whole thing is Ninja Man has written a letter to the Prime Minister, the opposition, the security forces, highlighting certain things in the jailhouse. Naro, listen, some of the important dignitaries in Ghana, they've been to jail.
Course,
they know the conditions over there. But when they come out, they don't talk about anything. I don't know whether they feel shy or what. You understand me? This is a man, he's still behind bars. He said what he's saying.
I think he's doing what Vaz Cartel couldn't do in terms of voicing out.
I think Cartel is doing his part.
No, I mean, when he came out and while he was there too as well, we didn't hear him talk about the conditions over there because man was comfortable and all of that.
Carter wasn't comfortable. On the more serious note, he wasn't comfortable because he was fighting to come out. You understand me?
But I still have access.
Yeah, and then he was battling certain illnesses and all that kind of thing. So he wasn't free at all behind bars. But Desmond Valentine, he has put out, few infos that I would like the IDEM to know about it. And when Ninja Man put out this letter, it's a bit longer. It's like 8 minutes. You understand me? I would like you to take your time and listen to what Ninja Man had to say to the Prime Minister, the opposition, Prime Minister, and also security forces in Jamaica. The letter reads:
Ninja Man's letter to the Jamaican Prime Minister, Security Minister, the opposition leader, and other interested parties. Compiled and narrated by Jojo Mack. I am Desmond Valentine, popularly known as dancehall artist Ninja Man. I am addressing this letter to you in hopes that you will take into consideration the proposals I am presenting as a citizen of this great island, Jamaica. As you are no doubt aware, I am currently incarcerated in the Jamaican prison system. Being incarcerated has given me first-hand insights into same system. Thus, I would like to take the opportunity to present a proposal to you on behalf of thousands of inmates who are a part of this system and by large, the Jamaican people. I believe being incarcerated should not be a hindrance to me or anyone else in the system contributing to Jamaica in a positive way. Therefore, I would greatly appreciate you giving thought to the following, and that it does not get buried in the recesses of your minds. Firstly, so many of our citizens are in jail for various crimes, but they're not all criminals. While we understand that a prison system must be in place, I do believe that the system, in the interest of all Jamaicans, should find a way to rehabilitate those who are at some point scheduled to return to the general populace. It is imperative that the powers that be see them for who they were before they became the people who got involved in crimes or the situations that placed them in this system. The men and women who are incarcerated should be given some hope that when they return to society, they will have options, or more than likely, a great number of them will return to the very thing that got them locked up in the first place, maybe worse. When a man or woman loses all sense of hope for self-reliance, their mental state is no longer normal. The need for survival is what will prompt them, therefore, Therefore, the general populace will no doubt be at risk. If a system is put into place to counteract these potential outcomes, everyone involved will be able to breathe a lot easier. When melancholy sets in, no one knows where the axe will fall. The only thing we can be sure of is that it will. So considering the options that I am proposing to you will ultimately be in the best interest of all the citizens of Jamaica. One element that is missing from the system in Jamaica is an institution to rehabilitate those who have been incarcerated. We cannot deny that no one was born a criminal. All babies were born innocent beings. The system created criminals, whether through their upbringing or the ills of society. It is imperative that we create a system to help the people who are locked up to achieve self-reliance. We have great tradesmen, mechanics, bodywork professionals, carpenters, furniture makers, etc. in institutions across Jamaica who simply wake up in the mornings, take a shower, get fed, play football, and get back into lockup. There are a lot of unused skills that are going to waste. I feel that I, being institutionalized, should be more than just for punishment. I am not here to buy guns or form gangs. I'm here to change the mindset of the youth, and I'm asking the government to assist me with restarting a rehabilitation program that I'm willing to spearhead. I have already spoken with the superintendent and the deputy commissioner of the prison and requested a meeting from both. After that meeting, I would like to request a meeting with the Minister of Security, Minister of Justice, the Chief Justice, and the Prime Minister to be held at the prison institution. I would love if they could visit the institution so they can see firsthand what we are dealing with, so they can find ways and means to deal with the problems at hand. A huge percentage of the people inside these prison walls came in at an early age. Their best years are spent there. Their chances of making something good of themselves are tarnished. The burden of the prison institution should not be placed on the citizens of Jamaica. We must find a way for the institution to maintain itself. Computer classes, technician classes, mechanical, among other things, should be implemented. There are furniture makers who could make furniture. The furniture could be put on the auction block by having a yearly auction. A system could be set up where the general public can have their vehicles repaired, painted, accessorized, etc. at a cost lower than what is being offered on the outside. The prisoners involved in these work programs could benefit from a percentage of the proceeds. The greater percentage goes into an account for the institution that could be used for repairing the buildings, among other things. If the prisoner has a child, a portion of that could go to that child, and a small percentage goes in an account for that prisoner. So when he leaves the institution, he will have something to give him a new start, thus reducing the risk of him going back into society penniless and resorting to crimes in order to survive. Jamaican people are very ambitious. If a man spent 10, 15 years in prison, when he returns to the general population, he will see his peers who are well advanced with homes and vehicles and income while he has to start from scratch. If he gets a chance to improve on his skills while institutionalized and be able to have funds set aside for him for the work he did, it will give him an opportunity to move forward without having to commit another crime. Hence, the importance of rehabilitation should be foremost in our minds in order to reduce crime in the country and empower its citizens. The framework of the institution needs a reset. I will fight with every ounce of my bone, my blood, my life, my skin, my flesh, and my knowledge until we have an institution where, when youths are released, we can see them being rewarded for being the person they have become and not the person they used to be. I want to ask the Jamaican Human Rights Organization, what are you doing? There are some older inmates at General Penitentiary. A greater percentage of them are so old and they're sick and shaking, needing medical attention. They can no longer be a menace to society. They should be released from prison. Some have spent 30 or 40 years locked up and need medical attention. The General Penitentiary is overpopulated. 6 feet by 4 feet wide cells are housing 3 to 5 men at any one time. Send home these older men to their families. They're not physically or mentally capable of resorting to any kind of crime. The Human Rights Organization will need to step up to the plate and do their jobs effectively for the amelioration of the country in general. I am making this proposal, which will be set forth in a more professional manner for the people of Jamaica and not for any rewards. I do not expect to be praised. That's not my intent. I simply want to see Jamaica become a better place where its citizens can feel safe. In everything that we do, we can expect hiccups, but we must implement a program that will serve for the greater good. They say nothing beats a trial but a failure, but they also have another saying that that if you try and fail, you should try again. We can impress upon the youth the importance of being a good citizen. In the 1980s election, which was a bloody one, I was on the front of a battlefield. Shabba Ranks and I became friends. There was a war going on between Tower Hill and Mall Road. Mall Road people did not like Shabba Ranks, as well as Tower Hill people did not like Ninja Man. I did not just do the song Living on Free Food Ticket. I called a peace meeting between the two factors. I put on a peace dance at Seaward All-Age School the first time Kilimanjaro played at that venue. It was a life and death dance because a lot of people were afraid. But when the dance ended, there was full-fledged peace. We can build back a peaceful Jamaica. It's possible. I have been a man of peace all my life. People may want to call me a criminal, but I'm the first to say peace and the last to say war. I am the first to want to build my country and the last to break it down. The earthquake we got recently was a cry from Mother Earth that she's displeased with the way we are operating. We need to get back to putting God on the forefront because we are not living right. Father God has gone to prepare a place for us and leave Mother Earth to take care of us, and we are disrespecting her every chance we get. Forget about climate change. It's the earth crying out to us, and we better take heed. It would be wise to initiate this effort by ceasing to disrespect the women of our society. A man is as weak as a branch of a dry tree, but that same man could be strengthened by a woman who is the root of that tree. So taking care of our women is paramount. I pray that everyone addressed in this letter will take its contents into consideration and move toward making that difference. I promise to elaborate more on these topics once my requests are honored. Thank you. I am Desmond Valentine, Ninja Man.
So ladies and gentlemen,
Lagazee.
Yeah.
The timing of the letter, though, do you think he was looking for a pardon from the Prime Minister? Jamaica just came out of an election 3 days ago.
Of course.
With the Jamaican Labour Party winning for the third time.
Yeah.
Making history here. So, I mean, it's right in order. But what do you think is the motive behind?
On a more serious note, listening to the content of the letter, with some people spending years and years and years and years over there, without no support, and all that, and he feels like they will be there and they will die. You understand me? It's like the whole place is congested. Let's free all these people. These people, they have change of mind. You understand me? They want to, they need some freedom. You understand me? And all that kind of thing. And looking at what is happening in the prison system right now, yes, he feel like, youth and youth should learn the trade. You understand me? Because if a man is coming to spend 10 years and go back, if the man come and spend 10 years and go back,
we know all of that, right? But what do you think is the motive? Look at the time there.
No, but
he was trying to cut the eyes of the political elites in Jamaica.
No, in the heat of politics, where everything is at play, you have to step in as well, brethren. This is where when you talk, people will listen. You understand me?
Also possible to give you a pardon.
Of course. Free Ninja Man.
The man has been there for how many years now? Right now, you understand?
Yeah, man. So it's been the Echo Chamber News on Yaad Settingz on Asaase Radio. My name is King Lagazee.